So there's nothing we can do about it. I want to know the proper way of handling breakup.
Oh, anyway, thank you once again. You're back into my house, and I think that you're the only person who can just jump into my house any day and have a conversation with me.
Sure.
Is there a proper way to handle breakup? No, but there's a safety way, or there's a safety mindset of tuning your mind to a certain way to make it a little less easier. Not like it's not going to be painful, because every breakup, unless you didn't really, have a proper emotional connection, it would have to hurt one way or the other. The first step of a mindset to understand is that, okay, it is a break time. Your breakup, it's a break time. It's time for you to take a break to evaluate yourself. Evaluate the possibility of the relationship coming back again. Evaluate the possibility of it never coming back again. I mean, it's a time for you to go back to the drawing board to check what exactly, went wrong. 2, a lot of motivational speakers will say, well, the person lost you and you are better off and you have to move on and it is their loss if you are no more there, so stop crying over the person and all of that. Which to some extent is true though. But I think it would be appropriate for you to have the mindset that that relationship was for experience. It wasn't for the next level. Our experiences is not always the next level. Sometimes our experiences come to prepare us for the next level. And so it's not as if the person is demonic or bad or any other thing, but that was the end of the lesson.
So does it mean when we see it coming, we shouldn't put any effort because we should just accept it? It's an experience.
No. If you can prevent a breakup, do. But most of the times, by the time they announce the breakup to you, the decision has been made earlier. Before a man will tell you it is over, they didn't make up their mind because of that small quarrel. No, they've already loaded the breakup in their mind already. Because in between relationship, we fight. We go off. We separate from each other 1 week and another, and then we come back, right? Those ones are not breakup, but a breakup to say that I'm done with you, I'm not talking to you, it's over between you and I. That decision did not start that day. It started before. And so if you are seeing the breakup coming before, and you could change to make an amendment, fine. But if you could not, and it comes, you have to deal with it. It's 2 people in a relationship, and the other person said they are not doing it again. What can you do about it? Thirdly, because it's a break time, let's ask what caused the breakup. Is it you? Is it them? Or is it both of you? If it is you, don't waste too much time crying. Instead, grow, change. Because maybe there were things that you were doing that was not helping. If it is them, well, it is their decision. You can't do anything about it. But if it is the both of you, then you have to look at your part again and say that if God gives you the opportunity to come back again, you probably will do things right. So the safety way of looking at breakup, if it happens to you, is to first off know that it is a break time. It's an experience. It's time for evaluation. It doesn't mean that the other person is a bad person or a terrible person, but time is up. You have to move on. And maybe lastly, you need to have a few more broken hearts to strengthen your heart. It's hard for me to say it, but that's the truth. If they don't break your heart 1, twice, your heart will not be strong. But that's the truth. To break it, you are meant, and now, you become tough because this relationship thing, it's not easy, right? So if they have not broken you once, twice, you will not be tough to make some kind of, decisions. So that's how best you can deal with breakup if it happens.
Alright, so how does cultural and social expectations influence breakup? in our relationship and even
So they make
marriages.
breakup look like a funeral. You know, the moment you break up with somebody, everybody that calls you on the phone is either crying with you or, becomes a motivational, messenger or motivational speaker. And again, our culture selects for us who to be with. Our environment selects for us who to be with. It's connected. You can't take it away. Do you understand? Because you are going to talk to your community about your man. You are going to talk to your friends about your man. You are going to see the culture differences. And so if you are not very strong with your mindset, they would let you know that the person that you are with is not good enough. Televisuals are given a certain kind of men that we think that they are ideal. So for example, when I was growing up, I love a TikTok man. I like men who are masculine and they're tall and they're six-pack, and that was the drive. But I grew up and I actually realized that it wasn't about the six-pack. I'm not saying that it's bad, it's good, but I found the inner quality that I was looking for in people who didn't have six-pack. But I had surrounded myself with friends who understood that in as much as I love a certain structure, if I don't get that structure and I get the quality I'm looking for in another structure, I could do some adjustments. I had surrounded myself with that kind of mentality. But sometimes the mentalities around us are not open to the new changes that we have to have. So for them, once the person doesn't have six-pack, it means that the person is not good enough, the person is not fly, the person is not handsome enough. Once the person is not light-skinned, once the person did not go to school, once the person is not educated, once the person has not traveled, once the person is not of a particular tribe, it's supposed to be an Ewe man or an Igbo man or a Ga man. Once the person is not that kind of a person, they are not qualified for. But truth of the matter is that aside the physique and culture and every other thing which plays a role, we don't underwrite it, there's some quality that you need in your life to drive the vision where you are going. So if you surround yourself with people who understand this principle, it is easier. If not, your environment will let you throw away opportunities away because they don't have a culture background, a physique, or they don't have a car or a certain thing that they believe define a good man or a good woman. So that's how it is.
Okay, so apart from this culture and social influence, what are some of the other areas that influence breakup in the relationship?
Our perspectives, our mindset. You see, it's very easy to fall in love. Love goes with the heart. But maintenance of the relationship is in the mindset. Once we fall in love and the heart settles, the mind begins to work a role. So we see different mindset. Mindset in vision, where we are going. Mindset in structure, how we want to go with. Mindset in the direction we want to go. So it's a vision, it's a structure, and it's a direction. It plays an important role. Sometimes we don't agree on certain things so much on our mind. Sometimes we expect so much from the other person and we don't have so much for ourselves. And that influences breakup. I was once asked what is love, and I said love is what you have and what you are willing to give. So the person that is coming with an amount of something to give. If you don't have it, you're going to put too much pressure on the person that is coming. Then the person becomes some kind of idol. Do you understand? Another one is our financial languages. One has too much, one has too little. Both of us are independent, we can fare for ourselves. It also play in a role of, and then probably the last one would be the sexual taste. Well, they said we shouldn't have sex. Bible says we shouldn't have sex before we get married. But we say it, still you will do it. So let me just address it.
But as a counselor, before don't have sex before marriage, do you also subscribe to it?
It is my strong principle.
That sex.
It's my strong principle. I think that the test of love is our ability to control our sexual desire. Sex is never a proof of love entirely. But is it the size or what it can do?
No, sometimes some of the size, I don't think, for when it comes to sex, honestly, there are some sizes of penis does not matter, but some of the sizes matters a lot. Because look at my last finger.
I'm looking at it.
There's nothing this one can do. There's
No, I beg to differ. You see, I think that, sex is not just penetration. It's not the best place I like to express myself. Not because I think.
But for the sake of
yes,
discussion.
I think not because I think I don't know sex, but I just feel that that information is usually abused by young ones. Sex is not just the penetration. A lot